Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video will be what if Izuku was a Mandalorian in RWBY. So yeah guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. So yeah guys, let's get into this video, shall we? Oh, and before we start, this is going to be a combination of part 1 and 2. I'll do part 1 quickly and then announce it when it's time for part 2. Okay, let's get into this. So quick. So we start off with Izuku. Izuku was 5 when it all started. During the Yuzhong War, the Jedi Order under Grand Master RWBY, unfortunately, fought against the Yuzhong, but also the Mandalorians. Since the Mandalorians decided to stay neutral, she thought that they were planning for a sneak attack. So she took Republic troops and Jedi, and they went to Mandalore. They decided to try to exterminate only the human Mandalorians, and as other species have different strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, Izuku was 5. No, 4. Was 4 when it all started. He wore his helmet as he saw the burning buildings of the once great Mandalorian cities. His mom grabbed him and started running as the last of the colonist ships are leaving. She is flung into the air by a Jedi, and she loses one of her blasters, that being a Westar 35 pistol. Izuku falls near it but is unconscious at the time, as Inka does her best. Using a Beskad, she fights the Jedi as fights the 4 Jedi. For Izuku, he just sees a bloody mess. His eyes are covered in blood. He looks up through the visor, sees what's going on. His mom is fighting the Jedi, defending him. Izuku looks around, then sees the blaster. He grabs it, aims, and fires. Izuku kills one of the Jedi as they start turning attention to him. Ingo starts grappling them, pulling them away from her, giving distance from Izuku, telling him to run. But Izuku now sits up as he fires another shot, killing another Jedi. Some more Mandalorians rush out of the ship and open fire. A Jedi with a purple lightsaber starts deflecting the blaster bolts, but is unfortunately shot in the head by Izuku. Izuku then gets a splitting headache At the same time, a Inko blocks the lightsaber and lifts up. And when this happens, the Jedi activates the other side of his lightsaber and kills her. Cutting open her stomach with the blade. Once she falls, Izuku fires and gets a headshot. The other Mandalorians yell for Izuku to hurry up. So he goes over to his mom, grabs the lightsabers, and starts dragging his mom to the ship. The Mandalorians open a window for Izuku as they fall behind slowly. The Mandalorians finally escaped this mess. Some Mandalorians comfort Izuku for his loss, while others say he did his best and was one hell of a shot. Izuku nodded as he just looked at the corpse. He then just started crying. Two years later, they were almost out of rations. As the Mandalorian colony ships have locked their engines together to at least find a way so they can all be together. The 6-year-old Izuku has painted the helmet gray. As a sign for his loss. He was just depressed. Then the ship started shaking as the speakers go off, telling all Mandalorians to hold on tight as they're going through a wormhole. Mandalorians hold on tight as the ship is sucked in, unable to actually move out due to the gravitational pull. They do not, and everything goes to black. When they wake up, they're just drifting through space as they're just drifting through space. The captain says they found up a new planet, a new home, and they will start reconstructing their world once they get there. All Mandalorians cheer as Izuku smiles. The Mandalorians on the planet, they named it Mandoa, and they started just going their separate ways. The clans all going with each other. Houses and clans. Izuku, on the other hand, was just there. He did not know where to go. The main ship which was a Mandalorian dreadnought. Not to be confused with the Kendoshi dreadnought, I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The Kendoshi dreadnought. So yeah. Izuku. The sellers from those three ships started building their city. And it felt like Izuku was just standing there as time flew by. One day, Izuku carried his mother's armor off into the woods. And to surround enough credits to actually buy a smelter. And well, basically he used what money his mom had on her. And she had a lot. Inko was a pirate before she decided to just settle down. So yeah. Izuku looked at the armor and then started smelting it. He soon refined the armor into what he wanted. He made his own armor, like the one you could see right here. Soon, Izuku made a business smelting armor for the children. He was young, but he knew how to work around. He bought armor plans for every single type of armor, weapon, and technology that can be crafted by blacksmiths with Mandalorian culture. And that is part 1. Let's move on to part 2. We time skip to Izuku being 13. Now Izuku looks like this. Sort of. Just shorter. So yeah. Izuku now lives in the main city, as it's huge now. The city is built around the jungle, and it was built to be along with the environment. Basically, kind of like the Wookiees of Kashyyyk and the Wakandans. So yeah, of course, the other places there were long houses and everything. Izuku crafted himself a Beskad longsword. It was light enough for him to hold, and Izuku grabbed a lightsaber, one of the people that killed his mother used. He then tested it on a lightsaber, finding out that it works. It's lightsaber resistant. Izuku puts it on his back as he walks out of his shop, putting a sign over saying he's closed for the day. Wait a minute, guys. Oh, wait. Oh. I forgot to pause it. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I need to check on my phone as I had a text from my mom. Okay, and need to check the poll. So yeah, okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So yeah, continuing on. Izuku looked at the main city as he walked into the trade center. Izuku walked in and walked to the desk. The lady in the front desk asked him what is his trades. Blacksmith. Also, I'm good at hunting, making weapons, and good at using the weapons. We could use you as a shock trooper. Would that be okay? Sure. You'll be located around here, in this valley. We'll send you on an assignment soon to a new to the planet that is the third from our new sun. Alright. Izuku is transported there is transported there. Izuku looks behind him and sees that there are goes behind him and sees it's more people just going. There's more shock troopers. Anyways, Izuku goes to his office. Goes to the main office. He meets the marshal, the field marshal. So, what's your name, kid? Izuku Midoriya. What? That's the Death Watch symbol. You were part of Death Watch? No. Well, technically, maybe. I found this I found it. And I found a symbol in the archives. And I wanted to use it. Because I was one of the people who fled during the fall. So we have you. Okay. Anyway. You're gonna be perfect for this job. So, we just need you to mark the territories around this place. You know... actually, may I ask something? What is it? I read that shock troopers were meant to be used as a military force on worlds. On different planets. Yeah, but we don't have a need for that right now. So yeah, we're mainly just a police force at the moment. While the Mandalorian protectors are guarding the Mandalore. I get it. Anyways, have you ever rode in a beast before? Beasts of burden are not one of my specialty, no. Anyways, have you heard of the modifications of animals, creatures lately? The ones that, well, are been starting to use. Yeah. If I'm correct, they're being used to train recruits on how to ride the beast of burden. The animal that they use is classified, though. You're right. Though people would say it's a varactyl. Like we would use a varactyl. We're Mandalorians. We use something stronger. He then takes Izuku to the stables. where he sees crate dragons. And not just any normal type of crate dragon, they were modified to be the same height and width of a Varactyl. Remarkable. These are our mounts, of course. Yeah, of course. Yes, sir. Izuku is taken to the training area and starts training. Ah, fuck! Oh, fuck. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah. Izuku starts training how to ride a Varactyl. Not the Varactyl. The crate dragon mounts. Soon, Izuku looked across and saw something else. What is that? What? Troops? They're mobilizing. Should I make my rounds quicker? I should head back. Izuku... The training grounds are actually a lot bigger than you think. So yeah. The training grounds are meant to be basically an entire valley. So yeah, it's where all the troops are trained, to be honest. So yeah. Field Marshal, what? Get off the crate dragon now! Come on. Okay. Izuku got off as it instantly started trying to catch it. The Field Marshal grabbed Izuku and pulled him over the fence as the crate dragon started biting at the metal. So, ready for this? Yeah, what is it? The Mandalorian is giving us a speech. Okay. They go to the mission room as they see a hollow recording of a Mandalorian that's sent to all military bases. Well, really this is the only military base. So yeah. Mandalorian shock troopers. Your time is ready. We are to try to colonize the planet that's the third of the sun. I hope you are ready. We do not know what dangers there might be. You mobilize at once in taking hard cell class transports, hard cell interstellar transports. May the mythosaur guide you. The holocording stopped. Okay, get going. We have to go now. Yeah. Izuku grabbed his helmet and put it on as Mandalorians start rushing to Hartzell class transports. The Mandalorian troops, once entering the transports, were given ranks due to the performance. So yeah, Izuku was given the rank was mainly just a shock trooper. but it had the rank of a captain or actually a commander. Yeah. So the hard cell transports take off, and once off, they arrive at the broken moon, where they have made a military base. Izuku walked inside the hangar as he looked at all the ships that were there, including the hard cell class transports, as they had to be as they were docked into loading docks. So I guess this is going to be a war? No, colonization. We're preparing it for the colonies. I'm sorry, but we've only been here for 13 years. We shouldn't be doing this. Wait, no. Alright, that's wrong. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah. Guys, forget about that. So yeah. Izuku is not really wanting to do this, but is forced to actually follow the orders. So they looked at everything, and they will invade. Later on, 1 year later. Come on! We have to move fast. Come on, troops. Commander Izuku. We're tired. I don't care if you're tired. We're at war. The mandalorian needs us to do perfect. Izuku pulled out his Westar M5 rifle and started opening fire on Atlas battle droids. Shit. Come on. You guys are wondering why Atlas is using battle droids as well. These are prototypes of the combat droids that you guys saw in RWBY. So yeah. Come on. What the hell is that? A Beowulf roars out as it's attacking a Mandalorian trooper. Izuku aims his rifle and fires, killing it in the head. This plan is dangerous. Come on. They keep on fighting until 5 minutes later. Wait, troops. Why is the enemy? The enemy surrounded us. Prepare for fire. Right. The troops are about to fire when Izuku gets something, and it gets a call on gets in order, new orders. What's this? Izuku pulls out a hollow projector. And looks at it as it's the Mandalore. Wait. Mandalore, what is it? Your troops are done. What? The war is over. What do you mean? We have decided that this world is not worth colonizing. It's too dangerous for our people. We might be warriors that fought for greater things, but what these things are not something we cannot fight. the war is ended. I made a peace agreement with the people of this planet. Yeah. You'll be taken in custody for a while. Then you return home. Heroes of Mandoa. On it, sir. Drop your weapons, men. Okay. The soldiers drop all their weapons as Izuku and his men are taken into custody. They soon return back to Mandoa. Izuku gives a full report of everything, as he had no time to actually report back. Izuku uses his helmet and takes out a data rod that he had. Sword was in his helmet. Okay, here's my full report. Every single thing for those months. Thank you. Izuku, he's back at his house when he thinks about something. It was actually nice there. The villages and towns we captured, they were nice. Izuku remembers all the nice people he met. Then thinks about something. I really want to go back. I really do. That's how I'm gonna do. Izuku walks to a trade center, asking if there's a new type of job applications going on. Yeah, there's bounty hunters and mandalorian ambassadors, which there are many of them, but we still need. I'll take it. Huh? I'll take the mandalorian ambassador. I'll be an ambassador for our people. Okay. Your trip will be in a year. Be ready. On it. 1 year later, Izuku is dropped off at Vale, along with several other ambassadors, who are mainly children. And as ambassadors, they're just going to basically go along with their culture, going along with the culture and where they are. But basically, they're more of representatives of the Mandalorian people. Izuku sits down and waits as a silver-haired man walks to him and stops. Izuku. That's going to end it for today, guys. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hope you guys like part 1 and 2.